This is Hannibal from the Hannibal TV on YouTube, and this is another clip from the Engaging the Phenomena podcast of former head of the Pentagon's UAP program, Lue Elizondo, talking about the Department of Energy's connection to UAPs, which is a huge connection that not enough people talk about.
People have thrown around the agency or term, the Department of Energy. Why is that the Department of Energy significant in this conversation?
Well, because it is. Department of Energy owns the nuclear technology for this country. They are the ones who regulate the classification systems for nuclear energy and technology. And there's a lot of Department of Energy facilities in and around the continental United States. And, they have a very important job, a very important mission. And DOE, if anybody's going to understand nuclear technology, DOE is probably the best place to start.
Yeah. And Christopher Mellon, he was on Joe Rogan. He mentioned, something along the lines of they have even less oversight in some of their programs, I guess.
Well, we have reporting of UAP activity over things like Oak Ridge. Pardon me, sorry, my hearing is kind of going off here. Oak Ridge National Laboratory and some of these other facilities where there is a DOE presence. This isn't new to us. There's reporting that's actually in the open public that anybody can look up and read if they want to. And it's pretty interesting. There seems to be some interest in nuclear technology where these things are seen over very sensitive U.S. facilities. I mentioned Oak Ridge because there's some reporting out there that's available, but that's certainly not the only one. There's other ones that have seen time and time again UAP activity, and for me that's problematic.
Would the DOE have information that the public would not be able to see?
Well, sure, because they have their own classification system and markings. They are, they are an independent organization. They support the intelligence community, but they're not Department of Defense. They work with the Department of Defense. They work with the intelligence community. They work with a lot of folks, state and local tribal authorities. They are the if you will, the one-stop shop for nuclear technology. And not only what we had in the past, but what we have today and what we're going to have in the future. These folks are probably some of the best and brightest in that enclave, if you will, of nuclear tech.
Yeah, and speaking of different agencies, what is it going to take the U.S. Air Force to weigh in on this subject?
Air Force has gotten a bad rap, and they've gotten beaten up pretty bad about this. But I got to tell you, they're pretty good at what they do. And I think after Project Blue Book, they really kind of got burned. They were put in a position where they were, kind of told to, hey, let's wrap this up. Let's put this baby to bed. We don't want to deal with this anymore. And now we're coming back and saying, Air Force, where are you? So Air Force is probably sitting in a corner right now, kind of nodding its head saying, well, we tried to do this last time and we were told that, there was no appetite for this. So we're going to sit this one out and sit back and see how this plays out. And then at some point we may get back into the game.